So recently I rediscovered an old animation that I made, so I'm gonna remake it. At the same time I posted this, I also posted the remake, so if you just want to go see that, go watch it. Also, I won't show you the old animation because it's really bad, but I will show you a frame of it so that you can understand what I mean. Yeah, look at that. That's cursed. Alright, so I added the audio. I'm just gonna call it audio. Alright, I'm just gonna do what I usually do and go over to my file over here and copy and paste the layers so that I don't have to redraw the character again. This is how we do it. If that's surprising to anyone, then I'm surprised that you didn't realize. Also, I just realized that I need to get the other guys over here. Wait, what? Yeah, that name, just don't question it. Well, I'm gonna change it to, there we go. Cool, that's a good name. I had to rename it because I accidentally put his real name there, and I forgot about it. What do I do next? I already forgot. So I'm gonna make sure that these line up, because I changed the ears recently, so that when they're down, they're closer to the head, I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna just do that real quick. Alright, cool. I don't know why I'm talking so quietly, as if I have to be quiet, but every single time that I hear my voice reverberating on the walls, I feel like I have to shut up. So if I just start whispering randomly, that's why. Oh. Okay, there we go. On this layer, I'm gonna draw like a table or something. I can't see and draw at a comfortable... That line is so perfect, what the heck. I don't think I've drawn a line that straight in ages. This is so obviously stretched. I don't know if this is a bad idea. I don't know if this is a bad strategy or whatever, but whenever I'm drawing on black lines, I use like bright colors on the same layer, and then I make them black whenever they're right. And I don't know if that's a bad strategy. I had no one tell me it is or isn't, but it's not failed me so far. Wow, that looks so bad. If ever you wonder why it takes so long to make a video, this is why. Now, you might be thinking, inkblot, why would you go through all of this effort and not, use just the line tool and the oval tool? I mean, they're right. You can even see that. They're right there. They make perfect lines and ovals. Why didn't you do that? And the answer is shut up. I like my stuff to look hand-drawn. In my opinion, it has a charm to it that I don't think you can get with, like, the line and circle tool. This table does not look right at all, but I might leave it just because, like, I don't know, it looks like one of those tables that's like, how they usually have like one here and then it's like bolted into the floor or whatever. They could have one with two. They could do that. I don't know why you would, but you could. Red. Why not? I wasn't trying to do red. I was gonna do blue. But you know what? Let's do it. Spider-Man. The Spider-Man table. Wow, that looks awful. Okay. I'll just keep this. You know what? It may not make as much sense because there's only two table legs, but at least it looks better. Alright, now I gotta make a little radio. And to do that, I'm gonna make a second layer. I'm gonna draw a box, and then I'm just gonna make it a symbol because I need more than one layer for this, I think. Okay, cool. I messed up typing at the end, but that doesn't matter. You know what? It doesn't matter. Alright. Now I'm gonna, okay, that actually the line's too thick for that, so I'm just gonna, alright, cool. How many times do I have to draw a circle before it just becomes muscle memory? Or does it never become muscle memory? Because I cannot draw circles to save my life. Okay, there we go. You know what? That's good enough. This to be smaller. And I'm going to put that here. Also, I just realized I didn't let you guys hear the audio, so you don't know what the video is gonna be. That's fine. It's a speaker, more or less. I feel like less actually looks better. This looks a little bit too outward. I might make this, because the radio needs to have a mini animation inside the symbol where like it bounces because it's playing. And I think that this would be good for the kind of bounce thing. It'll make sense when I've animated it and I'll show you, but I think this would look better for that than for when it's just resting. I've run into an issue, which is where I don't know how to color this. I could use gray, but that kind of goes against my code of conduct, my religion, if you will, in which I color everything with just black and white. Recently, I've experimented with making the backgrounds have gray in them, and then everything else that's animated doesn't, but you know what, that might work if I do this. Okay, you know what, I'll go with that. And yes, I hear you like thinking in your head or maybe speaking at your monitor or like phone, you know, why don't you color it in white? Because that's not what speakers look like. I don't know, you tell me, does this look right? Because I don't think it does. Like to me, this looks more like a speaker than the other one. Okay, but this is for the second frame, so I'm gonna do another one where it's resting. Ever since I said Spider-Man table or whatever earlier, I've just had the Spider-Man theme from the 60s looping in my head. And I just realized I didn't add any of the details that are needed, like that thingy that's on every radio, because we all know that's on every radio. And now it doesn't move when the radio does, though. Oh my gosh, that circle. Oh, never mind. I thought it was good, but it turns out I am mistaken. I am cursed to never draw a circle correctly. Why did I feel the need to apologize to all British people after that one. Oh, it needs to have a button as well. I forgot about that. Oh, whoops. Where can I put a button? I have to get rid of the antenna. Alright, so that looks good. At least I think. Okay, so I'm going to make it play once, then stop, and start on 2. And I'm actually going to make it play the, is it 4th or 5th? It's the 5th, okay. So it's going to hold on the 5th. And then start on the 2nd frame. Here. And then we could do that with each note. And then that same pushes the button down.
The song is only...
Whoa. Okay.
The song is only good when it's...
The way the speakers like bounce like that is a little weird. I might try to smooth it out. Maybe I'll have to draw an extra frame. Obviously, it's not natural for something to snap like that. You can get away with doing that a lot in animation. I often do. Sometimes I'll do like 2 frames. I don't do any in-betweens. I just skew something for 1 frame and then skew it on the next. Ease in and out that way, and it looks like it's moving.
The song is...
But I think that looks okay.
The song is only...
Because it only does that once. So I think it looks good enough to do that. There we go.
The song is only...
He's not even looking at the radio. Now I need for him to press the button, and this is where I don't know what to do already. I mean, I didn't know what to do for the radio, but now I really don't know what to do. Because in my original animation, I had him poke the button like this, and that doesn't look great. I might move his whole body over closer to it. This would be easier to poke it.
Picture this.
Alright, and there, I'm going to put it back to how it was. Clean slate. Because by then I'll have changed stuff. I'm going to have the left hand have been obviously pushing the button. And it's also going to be up while he's talking. But I don't want that staying there whenever it transitions to this next place. Because it will do a transition. Picture this. And I already have an idea for how I'm going to do that. Funny, I have an idea for like a cool transition effect. I don't for how to push a button. I don't know that I don't have any hands. I just realized that. I didn't get the hands over. Whoops. Alright, I've been doing some drawing off camera, and I just cannot get this hand right. This is the closest that I've gotten. It doesn't look right. And I can't seem to find out why. If I do this, there we go. And when he clicks the button, he's gonna look up, because now he's talking to his friends. Oh, whoops, I put that frame too early. Okay, actually, I'm gonna put it here, so that I have, during the TH sound, his head will start to look up. Maybe, should I make him blink when he looks up, or should I not? I think it might add a little bit to the movement for some reason. I don't know why. Whoa, that's not right. Maybe I will. Hold on. Let me try adding that. Adding a single frame where he's like blinking.
The song is only good.
Okay, I think that looks okay. Though I might make his eyes squish a little bit on the frame before and after the like main blink part, and then it will like look like his eyes are opening and closing, like you just caught the movement right at the beginning and the end.
The song is only good when.
Yeah.
The song is only good when it's not.
Maybe that's too much. Hold on, let me try it. This one definitely I think was too much.
The song is only good.
Okay. I need to focus on his arm. I think I already said this, but if you have any tips on drawing, please tell me them. Because I'm completely self-taught, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, here's what I was talking about earlier, where I don't have to draw any in-betweens if I skew it. Of course, with this one, I might have to add more in-betweens because it's just such a drastic change between the hands.
The song is only good when it's.
Yeah, so that's a really big difference. So I need to in-between that. Let's see how that looks.
The song is only good when it's not being played in a movie.
No.
And the next character, delete all these frames. Oh wait, there's a break here. And then, oop. All right. Why did I say it like that? All right. So Animate has this glitch where if you try and change the size of a symbol by copy and pasting it, never mind. Ah! Ah! I don't know what I just did, but I didn't like it. What? What is still selected? I'm gonna give you guys a fun fact. Every character that you've seen in any of my videos or will see in any of my videos all have been designed with color in mind. And then I take the colors out after making them, at least majority of the time. It's like he's actually supposed to be orange and white. That's why there's lines at his hands and feet and on his face. Alright, so I need him to be angry now.
The song is only good when it's not being played in a movie.
No.
It's about time I fix this. That's been too thin for too long, and I always had to bring it out every single time. I can never tell how big the hands are supposed to be. If you go and watch any of my other videos, you'll realize how much the hands change size. It's because I don't know when they should be what size, which is something I'm hoping gets better with practice, and I think it does. I think it is, but for now I'm still dealing with that issue. Alright, Alright, and then I'm gonna just copy and paste that over here. That usually doesn't work, but I will at least try. I thought about maybe making it so that the eyes have the triangles in the same place. It doesn't really look right. And because of the way this animation is set up already, I'm just gonna keep it the way that I usually do. But I might experiment with like characters that are over here and facing this way still have the like eye cut, if you will, on the left side of their eyes. I might go back to my default, which is just the arm position, like I said. Maybe he should like turn when he says because before he says I want you to picture this.
To this.
This also will need to change. And so will the camera. Okay. Now I'm gonna actually put it over here maybe. And then he's gonna go back to his normal state. Ah! No. Come on. Oh my gosh, I didn't even do anything that time. Alright, so before I was recording the program itself, and that was stopping you from actually seeing me drawing lines and stuff, but now I'm recording my screen instead, so you can see me drawing lines, and also see when I go to select colors, what it looks like. Oh, whoops. I might, but I don't think I really need to do any in-betweens, because the camera just snaps to him. I originally wasn't going to do that, but I think that, like, that's why I have these three. I was going to make this a tween. So you can see it would move over.
No, it's...
But I think that instead, I'm going to have the camera snap to him, and then I won't have to make all those in-betweens, because I'm lazy. Why does this happen, by the way? Why is it over here? The anchor point's there, so it'll still, you know, move to the right place. But why does that happen? Does anyone know?
Played in a movie.
No, it's never good.
Might make this more extreme. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. I'm gonna make it more extreme. I might move the eyes and the eyebrows down. Like that.
Played in a movie.
No, it's never good.
So he's gonna look back up. And I think I'm going to, like I made his head squash when he said no, I'm going to make it stretch when he opens his eyes. While I have these layers right here, I might as well do this. And since he's not the main focus of the shot, I can probably get away with doing this skewing thing.
It's never good because
Yeah, there we go. And his head will move up.
no, it's never good because I want you to picture.
I might do that blink animation that I like to do. I know you don't know what I'm talking about. That one where like the head squishes down and the ears do as well, and then they stretch back up. So I'm gonna do that.
Movie.
No, it's never good because I want you to picture this. You make
Alright, so my plan, he's telling him to picture this. So I want a thought bubble coming from his head that gets bigger and bigger, and then it engulfs the screen. And that's the transition
picture
effect.
this.
Alright, let's see how that turned out.
Because I want you to picture this. You
Well, let's try it on ones. This might look even better on ones. Might look smoother.
because I want you to picture this.
Might need another extra frame there, actually. Alright, when he says you, I'm gonna make him appear. You may be confused because he's speaking to him. So you should be him, but it'll make sense. I hope. I'm gonna make the camera angle wider, I think. I'm gonna give him a little bounce. I did that in the original animation and I liked how it looked. I'm gonna bounce him in. Alright, so maybe there. Because there's gonna be one very extreme frame, and there's gonna be then the rest is gonna be on twos, I think. But he's gonna have a very extreme frame like this. It's too extreme to even make sense, but it doesn't matter for two reasons. Because one, it's so fast your eyes they just won't care. Two is because it's what's it called? He says picture this, it's imagination. Also it's animation. I don't think anyone really cares about, you know, the accurate physics and proportions of a cat person.
I want you to picture this. You make $8 an hour.
There we go. I'm gonna make him like slouch in disappointment when he says that. That's the wrong one. There we go. Maybe it'd look better if instead it was 19. His eyes are like almost fully open, but not quite. Oh, whoops. I selected all of the frames. Alright, there we go. So I just want to make sure that when he needs to have a drastic change to his pose, I still have the original stuff.
First of all,
I don't need to do that, but I like to do that because, you know, it just makes life easier. There's probably an infinitely better way to do that. And you know, I'll listen if you want to tell me what that is in the comments. Please do, if you know. One time, I'm thinking about this because I'm drawing his character and I've redrawn that little line on his arm a million times. One time Alex was over and I was animating, and usually I don't animate when I'm with my friends because like they're there, I might as well spend time with them, you know? Like I can animate any time that I want if I'm at my house, but I can't hang out with them every time that I want at my house, so I might as well hang out with them, right? Well, one time he was over and I was animating and I was driving him insane with the amount of times I was redrawing stuff because I was like, it doesn't look right, and then I would redraw it and he got super heated because he thought that it looked fine every single time. And I wonder if he watches this video if he's going to have the same reaction to me doing that, because I already know that I've done that a few times, but I think that it's been warranted each time.
$8 an hour.
Alright, his tail also needs to droop. I'm going to make two versions of this. One is going to be a backup plan. His tail drooping like I would normally do it, where it just goes lower. The other one, I'm going to turn on the onion skin and I'm going to try drawing it like actually drooping downwards. Also, fun fact number 2, the characters you're seeing are all cats. I don't know if I made that obvious enough with their design. I don't think so. See, this is a problem I'm going to need to address. I mean, by address, I mean like fix it at some point, because I have this issue with these fluffy kind of tails that I tried to do, where they're too fluffy. Like this is too much. Like it's too thick, especially at the bottom. It'd be better if instead it only had 2 of those little things, and then this part would be gone, obviously. Like that looks much, more natural for a cat's tail, even when they are fluffy. I don't think they get like this. I don't know. It's a stylistic thing. I'll just say that. It's a good excuse, right? But that's the issue though, is that it's too fluffy, so that when it turns down like that, it kind of loses like a lot of its mass, if that makes any sense. It needs to proportionately stay the same. I don't know if I can do that easily. Also, I'm interested to hear, though considering you're watching this, I can assume what your opinions will be, but what are your opinions on animating other people's audio with your own characters? I'll go with that. Ah! Okay. I bet that's gonna sound real funny on recording. Oh, that was probably super loud because I'm right in front of my mic.
You make $8 an hour, first of all. That's where we're starting with this. You're wearing an apron while someone's complaining to you about the price of sauce.
Alright, so I need a customer. First off, I'm gonna get the counter. I'm not gonna put much effort into it. I'm just gonna make it. I'm basically just gonna draw a square with a rectangle on top of it. Alright, there's the desk. And then I need a folder for the customer. So I will make that. For the hair, going to have to do something. That's horrifying right there. Here, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna make the hair more rounded. Maybe it's curly. I don't know, but that's what I think I'm gonna imply there. Then I'm gonna make the fur smaller. The fur on the face. Might make it a little bit smaller, at least in that direction. All right. Maybe I'll make the customer an old lady. Feels like that would be the type of person who would complain about the price of sauce. Because I'm gonna change the glasses. I'm gonna make them like round. All right. And then one arm needs to be holding sauce. So I'm gonna draw the sauce. Now I might make the entire shopper a symbol. Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted. And it's gonna start on frame. Frame 164, no, 1. Okay. And then I'm gonna make a looping animation in this. Alright, so that should look good. Let me see this.
While someone's complaining to you.
Okay, that's too slow, actually. Alright. And then when Bren is laughing, that's the guy in the video, by the way. I don't think I've said the source of the audio yet, because I will link it in the description. When he's laughing, I'm going to make the camera start to zoom out. And because it's a different guy, I have to have a different character, which I already prepared for. So I'm putting a tween on the camera so it goes smoothly. But I want it to ease in, because his laugh gets more and more intense as it goes on. Oh, wait. Oh, whoops, I can't say his name. Has red shoes in my videos, so I need to give him those. And then I'm going to move him over to here. No, wait, that's too far. Here. And he's going to be looking at him, obviously, because he's talking to him. Smiling mischievously. I might give him that expression that has the smiling eyes, but with the eyebrows. No. Probably be better with just a smile. Ah! And then it's going to zoom in on his face on every single day. Let me move him a little bit closer. Okay. And then it's going to go back to here. Actually, I might zoom it in and then put it this way. I'm going to put a layer right here. There we go. Radial gradient. going to make it, this is black, and then this is also black, but it has an alpha of 0. And that'll give me this effect that I want. There we go. Now he looks tired and depressed. Here, wait. Maybe it'd be better if I did this and then did this. That change is kind of drastic though. Now that he's already gone through the anger stage, he's now in the phase of depression. Is he lower on the screen than every other character? Ah! And he's gonna look left when he says when he stutters and says I, and then he's gonna look back up at his friends when he says one of the two.
Garbage baler. One of the two.
Whenever the camera like zooms really far in compared to where it was before or out, I don't usually animate the frames in between those. I just make it cut.
Or into the garbage baler. One of the two.
All right, I'm gonna make it zoom in a little bit when he says one of the two.
Or into the garbage baler. One of the two.
All right, and now I need to just clean up the frames at the end. And there we go. It should be finished. I'm gonna watch this back to make sure that there's nothing wrong with it first, and then we'll export it.
You make $8 an hour. First of all, that's where we're starting.
So this was kind of accidental, but I kind of like how it looks like when he says that he's making money. It grabs the character's attention. So I'm gonna make it look like that. So I'm gonna give him a little stretch up. I'm gonna make his eyes. His interest is peaked, so his head stretches up and his tail goes up in intrigue.
You make $8 an hour. You make $8 an hour. First of all, $8 an hour. First of all, that.
You know I said I'd do it a lot, where I only do the first and last frame, but I'm just not realizing how much I do it.
To this, you make $8 an hour. First of all, that's where we're starting with this.
All right, so I'm gonna check for errors again. All right, that's looking pretty good to me. So I'm gonna export this. Usually this is something that I do in Animate. I don't know if you can do this in other softwares. I make the size 960 by 540, which is half of 1920 1080, which is the normal size on YouTube and just for video in general. I usually do half that because it just makes the size of the file on my computer smaller and makes it easier for it to actually load. And then when I export it, I make the render size 1920 1080. So yeah, I don't know why I made this video. I just felt like, I wanted to remake this animation because it's a fun one. I like it. And I thought that if I'm going to remake an animation, I might as well try a different style of video. I might make a video on it and see where it leads. But yeah, I hope you enjoy.